New videos every day.
Today we're going to do a makeup tutorial. I have been doing some more specific makeup tutorials based on skin tone and eye color. My skin tone is fair to medium with freckles, pink undertone. My eye color is a blue-green, lighter eye color. And today we are going to do a really fun makeup tutorial. It's a really bright purple and pink eyelid, which is an excellent color to contrast the eye color. It really makes those blue-green eyes pop. It's kind of a more dramatic look. I probably wouldn't wear it to work unless you work somewhere where that kind of fun thing is okay. But it definitely could be toned down to more of just an eyeliner look if you really were dead set on wearing it to work. So, all right. I have already pre-primed my eyelid. I like to use a L'Oreal eyelid primer called Decrease. If you have one that you like to use, go ahead and use that. If you don't have one at all, that's also okay. You'll just notice that your makeup's going to wear off a little bit sooner. But the colors that today I'm going to recommend for you to have for this particular look is a bluish purple. It's kind of an iridescent, shimmery bluish purple, bluish pink, and then a fuchsia color. And the fuchsia, I'm actually going to give props to my Urban Decay fishnet color because I love this color. Love it. So that's actually going to be the color that I'm going to start with today. I didn't put on any concealer or any of the makeup on the rest of my face because when you put on a lot of heavy eye color, you tend to notice a lot of fallout, or you have to come back and clean up mistakes. And I would just rather put everything else on afterwards than having to redo the whole thing when I've already put it on. So I'm going to start with the Urban Decay fishnet, and I'm actually going to put it on dry. Later we're going to put a little bit more on with a moistened brush, but this is just going to serve as the foundation color for all the rest of the colors that we're going to put on later. This color can be pretty intense, so start light and build it up. I want you to put this color from your lash line all the way up to your crease of your eyelid, not all the way up to the eyebrow. There's a little bit of that fallout I was talking about, some makeup on my cheeks. So here we want to build up a nice base with a nice wash of color, but I don't want it to be too intense because I'm going to be layering colors on top of it in a few minutes. So we'll come back and reapply that to the spots that we really want to dedicate to this fuchsia color later on. Blend, blend, blend. Get everything nice and even. I don't want any patches of color anywhere. You can already see how my blue eyes are really starting to stand out just with putting this one color of fuchsia on there. So it's really fun. Okay, the next color we're going to come through and use is the blue-based pink color. I am using a loose pigment. It's got a lot of iridescent shimmers to it, but it is a very cool color. It is not warm. And I'm going to be using that color from the inner corner to about halfway over my iris. So again, I'm just going to be applying this dry. And I'm just going to keep it on the eyelid. Actually, let's go through and put a little bit up towards the brow, not too much. If you put too much color in here, you'll start to look like a raccoon. We don't want that. So now you can really start to see, now the green is starting to pop out in my eyes, and it's really creating a very high contrast. We'll come back later and use that color again later with a moist brush for a wet application. For the third color, I want you to get a kind of a purplish shimmery blue like I've got right here that's got a little bit of a pink undertone to it. I want it to be a cool, not too warm of a purple, not too much red in there. And this is going to be what I'm going to use in my outer crease and up in the upper area of my eyelid. So just applying this in the crease now. And then I want to pull it up a little bit towards the eyebrow out here. But still leaving a small area where there's no eyeshadow just below the eyebrow out here. You want it to extend to about where your eyebrow ends right here. And then don't worry about anything that falls underneath because we're going to go back later and clean that up. Again, in the crease first. Giving yourself some nice definition, and then we're going to pull it up towards the eyebrow. Okay. We're going to use the same purple color again later, so don't put it too far away, but that's all we're going to use it for right now. You'll just take a brush and kind of dust off any excess that you have. We're going to go through and apply all the same colors, but now with a moistened brush. I like to just use a little dab of water. If you just get the brush a little bit damp and then wipe it off the back of your hand a little bit, it'll be just enough dampness to where you can really start to make those colors stand out. So be sure and use clean water every time. Don't use your saliva. So this time I'm going to go in a different order when I apply the color. I'm going to start with the pink that goes on the inner eyelid. I'm not going to apply anything beyond the crease in my eyelid because I want to keep that intense color just right over the eye. So you can see that really makes the color much more intense. I want you to stop about halfway over your iris, around where your pupil is. Again, just going on the eyelid. I don't want you to come up into the eyebrow area. Next, we're going to go back to the fuchsia color, which is my fishnet. Again, with just a slightly damp brush, dab it in a little bit of water, and that color we're just going to make a little more intense right over from the iris pupil area out to the outer edge of your eyelid. Again, you can see that really starts to make it very, very vibrant. And lastly, we're going to come through with our darker purple color one more time and really enhance the crease. Again, with a slightly dampened brush. The purple is a must-have because otherwise you're going to start looking a little monochromatic with all the different pinks. If the pink starts to fade off or anything, you look like you're really tired. Maybe you didn't have enough sleep and doesn't look like really cool eyeshadow at all. Right, blend, blend, blend. When you blend the shadow, don't blend the seams together too much, but you do want to kind of make it to look like the colors melt into each other. You don't want to get rid of the pretty lines of demarcation where you can see that one color actually fades into the other. So just give yourself a little bit of blending. All right, so we're a little dirty underneath. This is where I like to take my makeup wipe and just clean it up a little bit under my eyes here. Okay, now with the same brush that you've been using to put your eyeshadow on, I want you to just take it and run it under your lower eyelashes just a couple times back and forth on each side. So that that color kind of extends all the way around your eyes. You may want to put a little more of the dark purple shadow in this so that you don't look too pink around your lower eyelid. That can look unflattering. So bring in a little purple there. This also helps to, really increase the contrast with the eye color. And I'm just going to clean it up again because it's a little messy. Okay. Now, for this particular eyeshadow color, I recommend wearing a black eyeliner and black mascara all the way around the eyes, inside and out. It really, really makes your eye color pop. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the eyeliner on. Thin line on the top all the way around. And on the inside. Again on the bottom. Don't forget about the corners of your eyes. If you are going to be lining the inside of your eyelids, please do not share your eye makeup with anyone. There is a lot of bacteria in there and you don't want anybody else's, and I can guarantee they don't want yours. So this is not the last step. I do recommend putting on a highlighter. I use the same highlighter every single time. It's Physicians Formula Eye Brightener in the natural color. I still use the same brush that I've been using because it gives it kind of a pinkish a pinkish cast to it. And I just take that all the way along my brow line across the top. And then just a little bit on each inner corner of the eye. Now that we've got all that on, let's go for our mascara. I recommend a heavy application. It's really going to work to intensify all the colors that we've put on. So a nice thick black mascara.